If you're somebody that collects Social Security and you typically don't have to file taxes, well, you might want to watch this video because we're hearing there's a lot of people collecting Social Security that might need to start filing. Let's take a look at some of the headlines coming out. SSDI, disability, but not just disability. You're going to want to watch this video. Beneficiaries might need to file their taxes this year. Here's how to find out. And about a third of the Social Security disability insurance recipients this year, they have taxable income. They need to file their taxes, as we're hearing that the amounts that recipients are receiving are increasing. However, those tax brackets, they're remaining the same, and more people are getting pushed into these tax brackets, and they're going to owe money to the IRS. Now, also, take a look at this. Social Security payments with extra money. The Social Security Administration confirms sending money this week. This is false. There is no extra benefits or boosts going out. It is just the increases that everybody receives. Typically, this is not in addition to anything. Now, I have been keeping you up to date on this as we've seen proposals coming out from Congress of an additional $2,400 extra in checks to go out, increases or boosts. This was proposed in the Social Security Expansion Act by Bernie Sanders, giving an extra $200 per month, as we saw suggested by the Biden administration during his campaign. Yet this has not come to fruition. These posts that have been coming out about additional payments and extra benefits, these are false. This is still in proposal form. We have not seen traction in any legislation to increase the benefits. However, if there is, I will be sure to keep you up to date, as we are still waiting to see if they will make good on these promises of increasing the benefits. Now, one of the things that has come to fruition, and stick around to the end for some more updates on this, is that the new Social Security chief, Martin O'Malley, has now vowed to fix the cruel-hearted overpayment clawbacks that have been taking place to millions and millions of Social Security recipients, people receiving funds being overpaid at the fault of the Social Security Administration, not knowing it, and then one day receiving a letter saying you owe thousands, tens of thousands, in some cases over $100,000, and then they simply pull it from individuals' payments that are relying on these fixed income benefits. Without a doubt, cruel-hearted taking place from the Social Security Administration. They need to fix this. They've taken steps towards it. I've got video footage of what they're doing, but also I think they need to take it a step further and just forgive these overpayments that are the fault of the Social Security Administration. Let me know if you agree. But stick around to the end for some more updates on that as well. But let's get you caught up on the latest with Social Security and taxation and who needs to pay. But before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, take a quick second, hit that like button for me. Also, hit subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And to stay connected off of social media platforms, consider joining me on the newsletter at www.steveramnews.com. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so as always, link in the description below to this article that came out last week that lets us know that about a third of people collecting disability, they're going to need to file their taxes. If you receive Social Security disability insurance and you have other sources of income in 2023, you may need to file a tax return before April 15th. Now, depending on your circumstances, you may also want to file if you aren't required to do so, because you could also receive money back in the form of a tax refund. Here's what you need to know. Now, about a third of the Social Security disability insurance beneficiaries, or those collecting SSDI, they are required to pay federal income taxes on their benefits. That could include you if you earn sizable wages aside from your benefits. Now, if you find out that you do need to file a tax return, we'll help you find out how much you'll be taxed and where to find the statement with all the details that you'll need to file. We do recommend checking with a tax expert for guidance. For more, here's an SSDI payment schedule. This will be hyperlinked in the description, so you can go to this article and click it, as well as they're providing additional information. Now it says, do I need to file taxes if I received SSDI? You might. Here's how to find out. Take the amount of SSDI money that you received in 2023 and divide it in half. For instance, if you received $18,000 in SSDI benefits, or $1,500 per month, half of that would be $9,000. Next, if you get money from other sources, such as a job or dividends, that money that you earned would be added to that $9,000. Say you made $20,000 from a job, $9,000 plus that would be $29,000. Now, if that amount of income earned plus your SSDI payment exceeds the base amount, part of your SSDI money would be considered taxable, and you would need to file taxes on that. Here's how it breaks down depending on how you file your taxes. Now, if you're single, head of household, or qualifying survivor spouse, $25,000 or less, you don't have to pay taxes. Anything over that, you do. Now, if you're married filing jointly, the cutoff is $32,000. Married filing separately, you live apart from your spouse, it's $25,000 as well. Married filing separately and lived with your spouse, $0. If your income falls below these base amounts, you are not required to file your taxes. Additionally, if you receive supplemental security income or SSI, this does not count towards your base since it's not taxable. Now, how much will I be taxed? If your income plus half of your SSDI benefits exceeds the base amount listed above, you'll have to pay taxes, and here's how much you will have to be taxed per the IRS. You could pay income tax on up to 50% of your benefits if you file a federal tax income as an individual and your combined income is between $25,000 to $34,000. So that is the first tax bracket for this 50%. You file a joint return and you and your spouse have a combined income of $32,000 to $44,000. That's the 50% tax bracket for those married filing jointly. You could pay an income tax of up to 85% on your benefits if you file a federal tax return as an individual and your combined income is higher than $34,000. So that is the threshold for the 85%. And you file a joint return and you and your spouse have a combined income of higher than $44,000. That is the threshold for that 85% tax bracket married filing jointly. Now, should I file my tax returns even if I'm not required to? Well, it depends on whether you could receive a tax refund for filing or not. For instance, if you have any tax deductions that you could benefit from, including the child tax credit, the EITC, or the earned income tax credit, you could get a significant amount of money back by filing. Additionally, if you had a federal tax income withheld from your paycheck, or if you made an estimated tax payment in 2023, a tax return could help you receive a tax refund. Now, where can I find my SSDI benefit amount for 2023? This month, you should have received a 2023 benefit statement in the mail from the Social Security Administration. I also covered this in a previous video for you. If you can't find that letter, the information should also be available online if you have a My Social Security account. For more information, here's what you need to know about the 2024 Social Security COLA increase. I've covered this on the channel as well. So you're going to want to take some time to see if you have exceeded those tax brackets. And in addition to that, if we actually see come to fruition this proposal for an additional $2,400, that's likely going to kick a lot of people collecting these benefits up over the threshold as well. So you need to know where you stand and if you need to file, because they're going to let you know if you owe some money, and you want to make sure that you're ahead of that so you don't get hit with any fees or anything like that. And like I said, if this comes to fruition, I will keep you up to date here on the channel. A lot going on with Social Security. And also, as I mentioned, the Social Security new commissioner, Martin O'Malley, is saying that they are going to make right the wrongs that have been done to recipients that are being charged with overpayments that is actually the fault of the Social Security Administration. Now, he has a 4-point plan, steps that they're going to be taking to make this right, and to hear it for yourself, check it out right here as I covered the video footage live so you could see it and you can know exactly what's going on. And like I said, as more comes out, I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit that like button if you appreciate the updates, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.